up, Wildcat?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Hello! And welcome back. Welcome back, Wildcat. And we're so happy to see you. And it wouldn't be an RTV if Mrs. Golly didn't have sound issues. So welcome back, everybody. It is 2021, January 4th, 2021. And we're so happy to see you. And we're not alone today. We've got some of our awesome ASB students here to work with us. We're super excited to see all of you and to welcome you back. So with a new year, 2021, that brings a lot. I know you probably noticed that some of us have a goodbye 2020. Some people maybe were pretty happy to say goodbye to 2020 and to welcome in the new year. It's kind of a tough year, and now we get to start fresh, which is very exciting. And we've got a wonderful quotation here about the new year. I don't know if all of you know this, but as a former English teacher, I love books. The new year stands before us like a chapter in a book, waiting to be written. We can help write that story by setting goals. So we're excited to welcome 2021 and to talk about some of our goal setting and what we really want to see out of this year. And first, I have to give you a really important update before we talk a little bit more about goals. Update for our school. As you now know, we are remaining virtual for just a little bit longer. And this is to make sure that we have some time after the holidays to ensure that we're kind of slowing the spread of stuff. So school is back in session today virtually. We're all going to stay virtual until January 19. And then Classic students are scheduled to come back on campus for in-person learning on January 19. So everybody keep following the virtual schedule. You're doing a great job with that. So in 2021, talking about some goals, talking about starting the year fresh. Let's hear a little bit about a little reminder about what we should be focusing on. Mr. White.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been talking about goal setting for a couple RTVs here, and we just want to remind you that there's 4 major steps to setting a goal. So you have to select your goal, and then you want to define your motivation. So why do you want to accomplish this goal? Sometimes it's external motivation, like money maybe from your parents to get good grades, or maybe it's internal motivation because it feels good to get good grades. And so whatever your motivation is, recognize that, define it, and then break your goal down into smaller steps. So if your goal is to get good grades, what are the small steps you need to do? You know, make up your assignments, work on that project. What are your steps to reach that goal? And then write your goal down somewhere that you can see it. So you can put it on your refrigerator, your mirror in your bathroom, your computer, just somewhere that you can always look at it and know that that's something you're working for. All right, I'm going to pass it over to wonderful Fia to talk to us about her goals.
My goal is to turn in assignments before the due date. So I chose this because it's easier to do it because there's not so much pressure. And like if you're nervous about it's not going to get in on time, just turn it in earlier. If I needed to write it down, I just write it on sticky notes and then I hang them up in my room so it'll remind myself to turn everything in.
I love that. Awesome. I love it. And I think let's hear a little bit more from Sadie about some of our tips for school success in this next quarter.
Yeah, so the first tip we have is to check your email in the morning before class starts and then at the end of the day. The second tip is check the daily news so that you stay informed on what's going on at school. Log into Canvas every day for every class. It's really important so you don't miss important news. Use your planners. Don't be afraid to talk to your teacher if you need help. Read the Wildcat Weekly in your email every Friday. Attend help sessions, virtual tutoring, and those are linked in the Wildcat Weekly.
So awesome. Really good advice from our ASB students.
And I'm going to piggyback on what Miss Sadie and Miss Fia were talking about, Miss Golly, and reach out for support. We have opportunities for you here at Roosevelt. You're so lucky to be a part of our school team. And we're happy to have you. This Thursday, which was yesterday, we had a tutoring, but when we come back, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3:10 to 4, we'll have Mr. Brust hosting a virtual tutoring. And don't forget, even if you're not an ACES student, you can attend the tutoring that ACES hosts from 3 to 5. And the links to all of these, one of them's here, but the other is in the Wildcat Weekly. Check your Wildcat Weeklies that Miss Golly sends every Friday, and you'll find it in there. Good luck.
Awesome, thank you. And do we have that in the Wildcat Connect class? I think we have the links in there too, so you guys can find the links to the tutoring in your Wildcat Connect class.
And the paw of the month for this month is courage. So we have a quote from Maya Angelou. Courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can't practice any other virtue consistently.
Beautiful. I love Maya Angelou. And I think this one's going to be maybe Fia, because we have a courage challenge that goes along with that, right?
Yes. So the challenge is to make a poster digitally or on paper about something that you want to do or become. You can show courage by learning about it or working towards it. So one of our fellow ASB students helped make an example, and her example was how a fashion designer shows courage.
Oh, I love that. So then we would have that in a module in Wildcat Connect, and you can submit your Courage Challenge poster. Beautiful example. Thank you, Fia.
And for our students, we expect you to adhere to a certain level of conduct and a certain type of mindset that is going to ensure your success, not just here at Roosevelt, but when you leave us in your life, with your family, with your friends, and your job, and anything that you pursue once you leave Roosevelt. And I agree with Maya Angelou. Courage is very, very, very important, because it is the mental, the moral, and the physical strength that you need to be able to make decisions. Without it, you tend to follow anybody. With courage, you tend to make your decisions, you stand by them, but you have the courage to do what's right.
Love that. Beautiful.
Hey, and part of doing something that takes courage is and bravery is documenting yourself and sending us a picture of the awesome things that you're doing. We want to hear from you. This year is very different than other years. And so the only way that our yearbook class is going to be able to document what's happening in our lives is if we send them pictures of exciting things that we're doing. So we hope that we love seeing all the pictures that are coming in. So we hope that you continue sending those in, and you can do that on the Wildcat Connect canvas.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that does take some courage and organization and making sure that you're kind of putting yourself out there to get involved. So that's wonderful. So great advice, really wonderful words about courage, excellent courage challenge that we're going to ask you to participate in this week. Thank you so much to our ASB students and to everybody else starting off this year. We can do this. It's a fresh, clean slate. Let's see what that motivation looks like and that courage looks like, right? Okay, and then let's see I love this one. Our RMS ASB students. Thank you so much. I know that's wonderful. Okay, have a wonderful week, Wildcats. We're so happy to see you and to be back. Enjoy. Thank you
Hi,
so much.
Wildcats.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.